Lads, welcome back to the channel. I'm Ingood Nick, and in today's video I'm going to be predicting the team that Lord, our saviour, Chris Wilder is going to be playing against Bournemouth. And after that I'm going to show you the exact team and formation that I would play if I was in his shoes for this game. So make sure you stick around for that. So a lot of football fans say friendlies mean absolutely nothing, results mean nothing, blah blah blah. And they are right to some extent. However, you don't want to be tonked 4 or 5-0 every single game in the lead up to the season and then go into it with no confidence whatsoever. But what do pre-season games give you? Yeah, that's right, an insight into the manager's brain. Yeah, fair enough, he might just be giving players minutes to see if they improve or progress, but there are some times when you see a player and they're playing him quite a lot, you just know that they're going to want to use him a bit more than they did last season. Now in this video I'm going to be going low tech and old school with these sort of cards. I don't know if you can see them there, but as you can see, Dean Henderson, Simon Moore, etc, etc. I did steal this idea from Benjamin Bloom, so yeah, thanks Benjamin. It is a little bit of a cop-out because these sort of visuals would take me hours normally. And yeah, I've just done these and I'm going to move them around. And it means I can play Monday Night Football pundit Gazza Neville without having to spend thousands on one of them stupid machines. So now I'm going to change the camera angle over to show you exactly what Chris Wilder's going to play and what I would play if I was Chrissy Wilder. And here we are, as if by magic. Here is the team that I think Wilder will play against Bournemouth on Saturday. We've obviously got Dean Henderson in the goal, Basham, Egan, O'Connell. I know O'Connell hasn't been playing the last couple of games, but I think it's because of a niggly injury, not because of anything else. So I think he should be back. Hopefully he'll be back and we can continue as we have been as a defence. Ender Stevens, George Baldock at wing backs as always. But the midfield is where it kind of changes. So we've got John Lundstram, Ollie Norwood, John Fleck. And the reason why I've put Lundstram in this three is because he's played him a lot in pre-season. I do think that Lundstram is suspect, but at the same time I do think he will be a key player for us this season. I think he'll do really well at just sitting in front of the defence, mostly tackling, cutting balls out. That is the main thing. So I do see Ollie Norwood sitting a little bit deep to play his normal role where he picks the ball up, orchestrates play, puts it right, puts it left. Obviously John Fleck will try and support the front two as much as possible, but I do think Lundstram will sit in as much as possible. So what will happen is I think Fleck will probably go into there, Norwood there, Lundstram around there. Obviously Lundstram's going to be the CDM who's going to be trying to win the ball back, give it to Norwood to spray the passes out wide and forward. Fleck I do think will start in that three, but as the game goes on I think he will come further in. I'm not saying in here like Freeman or Duffy would be, I just mean a bit further up, picking the ball up deep and running with it and trying to help out the front two. Now, that brings me on to the front two, Callum Robinson and Ollie McBurney. I'm not sure about this, I'm not 100% sure. I'm probably more sure about Lundstram than I am about this front two. Now, I do think this will be the front two, maybe for some years to come, who knows? But Callum Robinson is a definite, that boy will definitely start. He's had such a good pre-season, I do think he will start up front. Ollie McBurney, I know he's coming for big money, but, and I know he's played a lot of games for Swansea in pre-season, but he's not used to this formation. He's not used to left wing backs, right wing backs, bombing forward, getting crosses in, the way that we play, Jack O'Connell coming forward, putting balls in the box. Saying that, in this game, I do not think we will play that way. I think Baldock will get up, I think Ender Stevens will get up, but at one time, like so I'm trying to say, Ender's not going to be crossing the ball for Baldock at the back post. I think we'll be a lot more considerate of their attack because they're so dangerous with the likes of King and Wilson and obviously Ryan Fraser, those sorts of players. I don't know if Ryan Fraser is going to be starting, but he is definitely one of their players that is very scary going forward. Obviously Brooks is injured, so Brooks will definitely not be playing. But I still do think we will try and play quite a defensive sort of game. They are a very dangerous attacking side, obviously. So if it's not Ollie McBurney, I think it will be David McGoldrick. I think that's the only way it's going to go. I don't think Billy Sharp will start, which is very sad, but that's how it is. That's how I think Chris Wilder's going to play this match. I think he's going to play quite defensive for the first probably 60, 70 minutes and then try and hit them. Obviously, we will have attacks. We will always have attacks, but it's going to be a lot more defensive than it has been for the last couple of seasons. Well, 3 seasons. So that is what I think Chris Wilder will play. Obviously, it's either going to be David McGoldrick or Ollie McBurney up front with Callum Robinson. Maybe even Callum Robinson will drop into that attacking midfield role and Ollie McBurney will be leading the line. We will have to see. But that is how I think Chris Wilder will shape the team. Now I'm going to show you how I would. Now here is how I would set the team up. I know you're frantically looking who I've changed, and you've obviously seen a formation change. So this is how I would do it. So Dino in the net, Jags in for Bash, the same defence, Egan, O'Connell, Stevens and Baldock. Fleck and Norwood playing a more defensive role. So Fleck not making too many forward runs, well, not as many as he usually would. Sit back, try and hold the ball, try and play the ball about, try and stop them from scoring. Then I've got 2 attacking midfielders, and I know we don't play this. I know we've not played this. I don't think we've played it at all under Wilder. I'm not sure about that. But what I would do for this game, I know that's 3 attacking players, but David McGoldrick can easily drop into that attacking midfield spot. So can Callum Robinson. He's played left mid for Preston. He's played attacking midfield for Preston. So I do think that Callum Robinson could do that job really well. Obviously, we're going to have these in these sorts of areas. Ollie Norwood and Fleck will be taking up these areas. Robinson will obviously be trying to link up with McBurney, same as McGoldrick, but I wouldn't think at the same time. I do think that sometimes it could be like that with Robinson in here. Sometimes it could be like that, as I said, as a more defensive, compact team. Sometimes it could be that. So the beauty about these 3 players are they're all really good on the ball. They all can play in that role. Even McBurney's great with the ball. He can pick that ball up, he can control it, he can bring McGoldrick and he can bring Callum Robinson into the game. Pick it up. I've seen him pick the ball up on the halfway line, knock it off and then run. And these 2 can link up with him really well there, as I've just said. Obviously we've got Phil Jagielka here as well. I think that Phil Jagielka should play that role, and the reason for that is obviously we're going to have Baldock bombing up and down the wing, Ender bombing up and down the wing. Phil Jagielka, he won't be doing the Basham job. He won't be flying forward and putting balls into the box, and I think that's what we need. We need a bit of stability at the back, and I do think that Jags is stability. He's 37, he's got so much experience in the Premiership, and I think Bash could get caught out by really quick, dangerous strikers. So that's the reason why we'll play Jags. I don't think we're going to be flying centre-backs forwards for this game. So that's how I would play it, guys. That is how I would play it. Like I said, these 3 can be all interchangeable. I would love to see how they all play together, with obviously Ollie Norwood pinging passes left and right, and Fleck picking the ball up, playing nice passes, and then obviously trying to join the attack without leaving us too short at the back. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you've not just thought, oh, what's he doing rambling on? Let Chris Wilder do this job. I am letting him do this job. He is the man for the job. He knows exactly what he's doing. So I'm sure whatever happens, Wilder will either be right or learn from his mistakes, because he's brand new to this, as everybody else is. So yeah, fingers crossed. Let me know what you think of what you think Wilder's going to do. Let me know what you think of my suggestions as well. Really would appreciate it. and thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, and if my content is something that you might like to see more of in the future, hit the subscribe button with notifications turned on. Oh yeah, and stay good Nick.